It is.
Like, there's no way around it. There's just always.
And I thought Chick-fil-A would match their lines, but
dude, no way. Sometimes I go to Chick-fil-A
holy shit.
and they don't have anybody standing outside, so you actually use like the
Voice thing.
yeah, exactly. All right, everybody, welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and Pokemon. My name is Brent, aka Blue Up. I'm here with my man's Rick, aka A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
I just realized when you said New Perfect Day that I was trying to do Instagram, and I think I created my account like way when it started, and I was like trying to log back in, so I was like, okay, I can't log back into A New Perfect Day. And then I logged in with Facebook, and I was like, damn it, I have to change my name now. So, like, I'm like A New Perfect Night, and I'm like, it's bugging me. So I'm like debating to close it down.
No way. So you don't know how to log in?
I couldn't log in because, like, apparently the email that was attached to it, I think it was, like, permanently deleted.
Okay.
So now it's like every time I send the, I don't know, the reset request, it just says, yeah, just wait 60 seconds, and I check my emails, and I'm like, oh my god, I've been doing this for like 2 hours, so I guess I'm not doing Instagram for a while.
Because you just want to be consistent all the way across the board, man.
Exactly, and that bugs me too. It's like, man, do I have to literally change everything else now? Like,
man, what do you do in situations like that? Because that happened with me when we started playing State of Decay 2, right? I remember I had my old Xbox account, and of course, just like now, well, I love getting platinum trophies, right?
Yep.
So I loved getting all the achievements in every game that I played. I think we did that marathon mode in Guitar Hero. You remember that? Where you play like the playlist that has every song on it. It took us like 5 hours to beat or some shit like that.
Yep.
But yeah, I have that achievement on there, and I totally forgot how to log in. And I think the email attached to that is completely gone. So that's why I just transferred everything over to the email I use now for PSN and for everything, all my like gaming accounts, you know. So it's like I started from scratch, dude. So all the achievements I have, which I don't know, I don't really care about them anymore in Xbox at least. But all the achievements I have on there from State of Decay 2 and like Microsoft Minesweeper. So
Master.
my gamer score went down. And I think, didn't you still have my old account on your friends list or something like that?
Yeah, I forgot what it was, like Darvinator or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. And that's like 40,000 gamer score or something like
that.
Yeah,
I was like, oh dang, you don't log on to this anymore. Okay.
I just have 200. I don't know what you could do though, because I know Blizzard, I remember we started playing Overwatch again, so I remade my Blizzard account with my email as well. It wasn't my old one. I have completely no idea what email I used for that, because we used to play D3 a lot back in the day, remember?
Yep.
So I was like, man, I kind of want to jump into D3 real quick, kill some stuff, but I didn't know how to because I didn't have my old stuff anymore. So I actually called Blizzard, and they linked all my shit together. It was kind of crazy.
Oh, nice.
So all this stuff.
Like I think mine had like the token authenticator, and I was like, yep, I'm not getting into my account.
That's what happened with me in Final Fantasy, dude. 14. I think I upgraded my phone, and I just could never log back in. I gave up for a while, and then I think along the way, they came out with the update so you could install it on your new phone and just carry it over. So that's how I played when Samurais and shit came out.
Gotcha.
Dang, that's like an epidemic though, man.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you that my Blizzard account and my Microsoft account back in the day when we still had 360s, I guarantee you those are on a Hotmail. You can't even make a Hotmail account anymore, dude.
It's Outlook.
It's Outlook, I know. It's Outlook or Live. Whoa, I'm surprised, that it's not a bigger problem than it already is, man.
Yeah, I still use Hotmail to log into things, but I think it's the domain still exists, so it's still attached to my email, and I'm like, I refuse to log in with A New Perfect Day at outlook.com, and I'm like, nope, it's Hotmail all the way.
I think I do that too. Well, I have one, and that's the fucked up part, is I don't remember my password for it. You know what I mean? So if I ever tried to reset my password for anything that uses that email, I'm screwed because I don't remember the password at all, man. I think even I have an OG YouTube account when you didn't have to have before Google bought YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So I have my Hotmail account is attached to the Gmail too, or is attached to that YouTube account too. So it's all a fake name. I think now you have to use your actual Google Plus name and all that shit for your accounts and everything. But on this one, it's actually whatever username I had. I think it was something stupid, like Namco523 or something like that, dude. Because I thought it was so cool, you know.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everybody started making video game videos, dude.
Yeah, I think I messed up too with that whole linking system. My Hotmail was connected to my New Perfect Day YouTube, and then I made a mistake. I created the New Perfect Day Gmail, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll link it together. It says, nope, the user already exists. You cannot like link things together. I was like, oh god,
wow.
it's bugging the shit out of me now that, like, I don't know, it's like my permanent regret, like just looking at it. I'm not using the Gmail, I'm just permanently looking at it.
You just had to
create like a separate thing. So now like my other account is managing my New Perfect Day YouTube, and I was like, I don't like that. I want it to, like, I want to be the personal owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, God, it's bugging me.
That's crazy, man. They should allow. I wonder if they have a number you can call. Because, like I said, my only experience with trying to correct that is with Blizzard. And it was kind of sketchy because I had to email them, I think, my driver's license or something like that. So they could verify I was who I was and move everything over. But I guarantee you we're not the only ones with this problem. Either that or we're just crazy enough to have 5 different emails, you know?
That's exactly what I have right now. I have 4 Gmails and like 1 Hotmail.
Yeah, no, same. I think I have 2 Hotmails. I used to have 4, and I think I have 3 or 4 Gmail accounts too, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
bugging me.
You know, we could totally just organize all the emails we have into one email and like label them and stuff, right?
Yeah, I tried doing that, but then there's like some sites that I don't remember, and they're linked to my other accounts. And I'm like, oh god, like my Bitdefender, the one that I installed 20 computers or plus computers on, and if I was trying to delete that email altogether, but then Bitdefender's linked to it. So if I delete it and change it to the other email, I'm gonna have to literally send an email to everybody out there that I installed the computer that this is my new email and this is how to log in. And I was like, that is a pain in the ass, you know? I was like, oh, I'll just leave it alone.
Yeah. And I guess Gmail's gotten a little bit more convenient to where it remembers which account you used. You could log back into it fairly quickly. But yeah, it's because it's with video game profiles or anything, social media like that, is on one email that I will probably never check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for the important stuff, work, personal stuff, sending out resumes, I have my other email. So that's why I split the 2 up. Plus, if you never know, wherever you enter your email in, sometimes you'll just get crazy amounts of spam, dude.
Exactly. Like my personal or my professional email is spam free, and then my other emails is like spammed up the butt. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to mix it up, and then history and all that.
Exactly. Becomes a pain to search for it.
Yep.
But crazy, man. Look at us, man. 2018, first world problems.
I know.
Too many emails.
Like everybody's taking all the usernames back in 2000. Like, gosh dang, someone already created my professional email, so I had to put like an F in it. I was like, that's bugging me.
Oh, for your name, dude.
Yeah. It's bugging me. Every time I Google it, it's like, I don't know who has it, but he's like probably a president of some company.
I know, man. That's why I chose, because my username in gaming and stuff used to be Boowop with 2 O's, right?
Yeah.
But that kept on getting taken. Who else would have thought up that fucking name that you use that username? You know what I'm saying? Like, who else would use a New Perfect Day except for you?
I thought that too. Well, I literally tried signing up a New Perfect Day, like, everywhere. But I was like, you know what? What happens if I put this? And I put just New Perfect Day. it's usually taking every website. I was like, oh my god. So I guess the A defines me. A new perfect day. I was like, does that even make sense anymore? I'm like, what is a new? I had to Google it for a second.
Yeah, so that's why I had to throw the third O in that, dude.
Boo.
Wop.
Wow.
Oh man, Jesus, usernames because man, that's all about your individuality on the internet, where everybody's anonymous. You can be you if you get your username really quickly.
Yep.
All right.
Otherwise, you're gonna add a number at the end of your name.
I know. One of those O's will be a 0. Oh, that's so annoying. though, man.
Yeah.
I hate doing that. You know me. I like to keep everything lowercase, man. Fuck all
yeah, I noticed. Your Comic-Con badge.
It's all lowercase letters, dude. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't understand capitalizations.
John Raymond, my cousin, uses like capital for all of it. So he's like screaming his name out. I just try to be punctual, but I was like, I don't know anymore.
That's funny. But a lot happened this week, dude, besides us forgetting our emails and shit. First and foremost, dude, The Greatest Show came back, at least stateside, Terrace House. Season 3 of, what is this one called? Boys and Girls Next Door?
Next Door.
Okay. So Rick and I kind of watched all the way up until season 3. So we've been off of it for a while. I think both you and I got to episode 4 of this new third part of the season. Rick got to episode 3. And I'm kind of over it, dude, to be honest with you, man.
The drama,
dude. Yeah, because I think it's kind of boring. There isn't a real villain and shit anymore. You know what I mean? Everybody's just so happy to get along with each other. So I guess
there's no drama, basically.
Yeah. I kind of miss Udai now, man. Your boy, the cook, the chef that was smelling shit. But I think too, it's just I'm kind of annoyed of what are their names, man?
I don't remember Japanese names.
The hockey player.
I watched so much anime
that you get them all mixed up together. But I'm over the hockey player and the model dude, man. It's
because they
their relationship is longer, or finding out if they're gonna be together is longer than fucking Jim and Pam in The Office, dude. I think it took them 4 seasons before they got together, and they're about to break the record, dude. And on the 3rd episode of the 3rd season, spoiler alerts, I think Shion, I think is his name, finally had the courage to say, yo, on Valentine's Day, I told you I liked you, and you didn't give me no answer. So I'm trying to get an answer from you right now.
Yeah.
And she goes,
backed her into a wall.
Yeah,
a metal bat.
Metal bat. Yeah, she had her hockey stick ready to fight, dude. And she goes, oh, okay. You want my answer now or end the episode? I was so pissed, dude.
I was like, yeah, I want that stuff now.
I was so pissed.
To be continued.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Imagine if they ended a season on that shit. I would have been even more pissed, dude. But the fact, because I think that was on Tuesday, right, when I was watching these, and I got to that episode at maybe midnight or something like that, Wednesday morning, and you know, naturally, if you're going to see a cliffhanger like that, you would be inclined to just, fuck it, I'll power through the next episode, just get no sleep tonight, right? Yeah. I was so frustrated at that ending, I just went to sleep. I was like, I don't even care anyways, man.
Oh, snaps, yeah.
It's just annoying how long they dragged it out. I guess you had some similar complaints about Aloha State since you're finally trying to catch up onto that. How they're just arguing about... They're just arguing about toilet paper over on that show?
Yeah, that's like how dry it is. It's like, there's no drama, and then they just like, oh, you know what? We're going to have rules. You know, if the toilet paper is empty, you know, one of us has to replace it. I'm like, really? Is that what we're going to argue about? We're going to start fights, and then Lauren, like, goes... I think she, like, leaves for a little bit and talks to her friend. She's like, I feel like they're ganging up on me. I was like... bruh, it's just toilet paper, you know? It's like you don't have to make a big deal, you know? They just want the cleanliness. Yeah, that. But what bugged me more, it was like when she came back, and then they're like, not the offender, but the offended were like trying to apologize, you know, like, sorry, we weren't trying to gang up, you know, we're just trying to point out, you know, this thing is just needs to be have rules. And then she was like, oh yeah, I understand, you know, it's your fault, you know, you shouldn't have been ganging up on me. And I was like, I'm about to just stop this. But basically, speaking of Terrace House, like it was Russ's birthday on the weekend, and then we were like, I think we had it like Thursday, you know, just hanging out. And I think you couldn't make it because it was your last day or something. And it turned out to be almost a Terrace House viewing. And I was like, hold up, I'm not ready to start wars or anything like that. You know, I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm not ready. I got to mentally prepare. I don't have my argument ready. I have to, like you said, I have to make my PowerPoint and like show, you know, why.
Wait, you guys watched Terrace House? Dude,
for like the half of the time they were watching Terrace House, and then they're like saying like their opinions, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, should I start a war now or just save it for later, kind of thing, because like everyone had their own different opinions on who they like and who they dislike, and I was like, I disagree in my head, you know. I was like, I don't want to start, you know, friendship is more important. We're here for Russ's birthday, but somehow this is turning into like a battleground. And I was like, okay. And then Russ seemed sort of interested in it, you know, catches like a couple of glimpses. But overall, you know, they were super serious into, you know, sharing their opinion. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be serious yet. You know, I want to finish the whole thing first before I can list out like the problems and stuff like that. But
that's kind of funny though. I mean, you guys like had your own peanut gallery, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we were the peanut gallery,
right?
Basically we couldn't really talk too much because otherwise it would, like, you know, people get offended, so it was a quiet peanut gallery.
Why? There's subtitles, man. It doesn't matter if you're loud, you can read what they're saying, dude. It don't matter.
I know, but you know, I was already hushed like twice. I was like, dang, wow, you know, bro. I'm like just trying to play this Switch game that Russ is showing me, but they're like, hush, you know, like, shush, turn it down. I was like, oh God, I'm sorry for playing games on a birthday party.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm kind of over it until they get new people. They need to get new people, man. What's his name? That snowboarder dude, Taka. He's been there since like day one, bro.
You better get with new girl.
I think that's what's gonna happen, man.
They just wipe out the entire cast.
Just wipe out. What are you talking like? You need to kill him, man. But I think that's what they're gonna try and push, is those two together. I like how they have no other word for it other than erotic model, dude. Like, you can't just say she's a model, man. You just have to throw erotic in there, bro.
Or adult model.
There you
or
go.
Mature model.
There you go. Yeah, you can just throw one of those in there, man.
Sexy model, something.
Erotic, bro. That's kind of a raw word to use in that situation. But I think what's gonna happen is, you know, she. Oh, and that was what was crazy too, dude. She really liked Shion, man. Because when he went in the room, or he gave what's her name those flowers, and she came back into the girls' room with the flowers, and she was like, "Oh man, he gave me these flowers and told me he likes me." Mayu went outside and started crying, dude.
I was like, "Oh, oh!"
I was like, "For real? You know, for a week? Come on."
I don't know. I guess these people have sensitive feelings.
Dude, that was fucking hilarious, dude. I was crying. And then the peanut gallery was like, "Oh, she's plotting. She's plotting on stealing him away."
I know. I was like, "Holy shit, dude!" You know, like, what if this girl was actually legit? You know, it's just unfortunate her job is erotic, but.
See the connotations that come with that word? They need to have a different translation for that shit, man.
Exactly. like amazing model or something like that.
Oh man, and they just won't shut up about how huge her boobs are, man.
I know. I
Come
was
on, dude.
like,
We
I
get it,
think
dude.
Scott brought up. He was like, if they talk about her boobs, you know, we take a shot. And I was like, dude, we're gonna be fucking
be super
wasted
drunk.
by the end
Yeah,
of
man.
the
Yeah.
first episode.
They won't
like, oh
shut
my
up about
God.
that shit, bros.
Yep.
But what was also funny was when, you know, Shion did tell dude, I forgot the hockey chick's name, but told her that he liked her. When they went back to the peanut gallery, they're like, all right, everybody, let's bow. And they all bowed. Like, we'd like to say that this is a victory for man. Man has prevailed over boobs. That was just like the funniest shit I've seen in my entire life, dude. I was dying. I rewound that part like 20 times, dude. What was he saying? He said, tomorrow I'm going to wash my face and look in the mirror.
And to look in the mirror and see the person who I am. I was like, oh shit, I guess I have to reflect too, huh?
Oh, I was dying, man. That part was amazing.
I'm like, aren't they like, it's, I don't know, like I guess in Japanese culture, you know, you date, you know, you have to kind of go all the way kind of thing. But to me, I thought like American culture, dating is like you dating around to see, you know, who's compatible with you mainly. But
so you think that they'd, I don't know, sacrifice being someone they're not so compatible with just to save face?
Yes.
Huh. Just so they won't be like, oh, this relationship failed. Everyone's going to know I failed. They'd rather just stay in that relationship. Dude, that's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah. Until like, I don't know, later. Yeah. I don't know. I'm rooting for the amazing model chick girl. And I still haven't reflected, but yeah, it's going to be great.
Wait, no, that's definitely where they're gonna push it. I think is she's gonna realize that, you know, she can't be with Shion. The singer dude is just all over Seina's nuts, man. And then what do you call it? So she's gonna feel like, oh, I just need to be with the older dude so he can take care of me, and that's what's gonna happen. At least that's where they're gonna push it. I mean, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure that Shion and the hockey chick are gonna leave next, you know, so there's gonna be 2 new people coming in. It'll be interesting to see how the dynamic changes with these new people, but yeah, you need to get Taka the hell out of there, dude. He's been there for way too long, and I feel like he just hangs out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe he's getting paid for the show, that's why he's like legit hanging out.
Yeah, and it's free rent too, right? And he gets people to help him ship out his clothing and stuff, dude.
I wonder, like, what would happen if they, like, stay too long and they're not making any advances. So, like, the cat or the producers, like, yeah, we're going to have you forcefully leave the terrace house so we can have something more interesting in it, you know?
Maybe. Or they could just be like Armin and date every chick that comes through the house, dude.
That's why he was trying to, like, stay on the show, you know? He was dating every chick to show, like, oh, yeah, this is... I'm trying.
Everybody, too, man.
Yep.
He dated the hat chick, the ballerina chick who was there for, like, 3 episodes. He went on a date with the one that got into arguments with everybody, dude. Yeah, man. Armin was out there.
Yeah, he was. I don't know, he was a cool guy. You
MVP.
know?
Yeah.
He was like really, actually, kind of trying, showing like how nice he is and he cares. But then the girls would always like leave for their, you know, their passions, and so it's like, I thought you guys were compatible, but I guess not. Holding hands does not signify anything. But you know that they're brother and sister.
Oh man, and see, we started this off by bagging on the show and how we were over it, but it still has its moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nothing has compared to anything from Boys and Girls in the City so far, man. I think that's like, maybe it's because it's the first one we've ever watched, but that one is just head and shoulders above these other 2 seasons, man. I mean,
Yep.
The nurse getting dumped by her ex like twice was just the greatest, man. I remember
she has the audacity to like, oh, what should I do? Should I go out with him? And the tap dancer guy like spent, I don't know, like $100 on the dinner and was like, what the fuck? I was like,
he took her to like a show too, didn't he? He took her to a show that she'd always wanted to see. And when they went out to eat after, she's like, oh, hey, my ex is texting me. And he's like, oh, cool.
I know. I was like, you should have some respect. But the peanut gallery was pretty savage. They're like, oh man, he has to tap dance his way out of there now. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude, yeah. No, the awkward situations just make it worth it, dude.
What I can't stand is the awkward situation happens and then they sit there and endure it for their like 30 minutes. I'm like, man, I would have like threw up or just like left or something.
Would have threw up.
Oh man, that's why I had to pause it like a couple times. Every time like something gets too awkward, I'm like, okay, I gotta pause this for like a second. Mentally prepared to watch and endure the awkwardness for another 2 minutes.
I think the only part that was awkward for me was, well, first of all, I don't think I've been more invested in hockey since Mighty Ducks 2, man. Watching that chick play hockey in that tournament, man. I was like really rooting for her, dude. And they ended up losing, which kind of sucks. But afterwards, when they saw her after a game, she's obviously upset. You know what I mean? And when she saw her roommates and they were like, congratulations, you tried your hardest, she was like not even happy crying. She was just upset crying. And I was like, ooh. Like patting her on the shoulder like, you did okay.
Motherfuckers.
They came in there with like victory shit and she lost. And then when she got back to the house, they're like, oh man, your face is puffy. Have you been crying all day?
I
like,
know. Like, you want to point it out some more?
Just
get some kicks
go.
in. I think they pointed it out like 3 times.
They did.
They're like, oh, your face is puffy. You've been crying? I was like, dude, just shut up.
And then a minute later, oh man, you must have been crying a lot. Your cheeks are super puffy. I was like, bro, just leave it. Oh man. But yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I'm thinking they're gonna leave next the hockey player and the and Shion, and then I don't know. I'm kind of rooting for Taka to end up with Mayu. That'd be kind of sick, man.
That would be kind of sick,
especially after all that drama he had with Ami before she left, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't seem interested though. Like, I don't know. He hasn't made any advances that what I've seen.
That's true.
He's just strolling on by, going with the flow. Whenever she wants to go play, or he was just like, okay, yeah, let's go play.
Yeah, that's
not like,
true.
Hey, let's spend a day together.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
They just went out and what did they do? They went sledding or something and threw snow at each other.
Yeah, I was like, oh, cool.
And they were so awkward when he first met her. He was just like,
he was quiet,
talking about her boobs like right away. Remember he did like that hand motion, and the singer dude was not trying to help him out and said, "Dude, why are you making that hand motion?"
Yeah, I was like, my god,
worst wingman in all of Japan, dude. Come on, bros.
He got nervous and then his brain shut down.
I know. He did that little double-handed air massage bullshit, dude. But yeah. Good times, dude. I gotta finish the rest of that before I'm out of here, man. But I don't know. I think this season will depend on who the next 2 people are that are gonna come in.
Yeah.
Because they need to get
to make it or break it for you.
What's that?
Is it gonna make it or break it for you?
Yeah, because you can suffer through enough of Aloha State to make it to some good parts, right?
I'm only like 6 episodes in. I don't remember.
You're still suffering, dude?
I'm like pausing it, like venting a little bit, and I'm like, man, this is legit making me angry.
I feel like the suffering is a little bit longer in this season. I don't know. And the answer might be in the next 2 episodes that are already out. We just haven't watched them yet, so we'll see. I feel like we have to go back to the OG season, though, man. The first one that ever came out.
Yeah, I was thinking about rewatching all of it because I remember I like skipped some episodes, but
no, I mean even before Boys and Girls in the City, right?
Oh,
yeah. There was another one, like where Stana first came through. You know what I mean?
dude, I legit saw her in like every.
She's been in every season. Yeah, because she visited. I think she visited Boys and Girls in the City. And she visited motherfucking Aloha State. That might be further down the road from the episode you're on.
She just needs to retire.
Nah, man. She needs to find love, bro. Okay? That's what
she's been finding love. She had like 10 chances or something.
But it didn't work.
She keeps drinking wine.
She keeps drinking wine.
She can't find it if she's drinking wine. Even the singer guy was like, I would like to hang out with you when you're not drunk. And I was like, oh shit, shots fired. Shots fired.
Worst wingman, even for himself, he's like, I want to hang out with the normal you. And when he says that shit, she just takes a sip of her wine. I was crying, bro.
I was like, damn, we're on the spot.
God,
you know?
I know.
But what if that is the normal you?
Oh, man. But yeah, we need to see her origin story, man. We need to see it. Because then it was crazy when Mayu first saw Sana walk in the door. She's like, oh my God, it's Sana. She's just starstruck, man.
Yeah.
So we got to see. We got to see the Sana origin story, man.
Yep.
We'll have to look for some good sources for that, though. But anyways, we've effectively talked about Terrace House for almost 20 minutes, I think. Are we safe to move on, man? Are you any gripes you got anymore?
Just everything, but I don't want to start the wars yet. Just everything. I gotta formulate my essay, write a book, learn psychology, and we're good to go.
But it's great TV, man. Great TV. And it makes me think, why doesn't the real world work anymore? Because this is basically the real world, Or maybe this one is actually scripted, and just because Japanese culture, it makes it that much more intriguing and fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, some answers seem a little forced, and then the topics they bring up, I'm like, I don't know, is that what you can think of at the moment?
Yeah.
So
I'm still under the conspiracy theory that Shion is just getting with
to save face.
Not to save face, but well, I guess that is it. Because in the very first episode, he said he wants like everyone to love him. You know what I mean? He wants to be like a household name. He wants moms to love him and shit like that. And he wants to be endearing. And I think that's his way of being endearing, is like being with the hockey chick. You know what I mean? Which is no slight to her at all. You know what I mean? They're just like mad awkward together. You haven't seen the 4th episode yet, huh?
Not yet.
So I won't spoil it, but just when you see the 4th episode and their interactions, it's super duper weird, man. So that's why I think he super forced it for the show, just for his reputation and to reach his goal of being like loved by everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. You can tell me when you see it. It's just weird. Conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. But yeah, I guess what else is going on? This week is Evo. The finals and stuff are today. They announced a bunch of new characters in Soul Calibur. I might have to buy Soul Calibur 6, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the 2 fighting games I really played a lot back in the day were Tekken and Soul Calibur. I only really played Street Fighter. Oh, and Mortal Kombat. I only really played Street Fighter in the arcades. I never owned Street Fighter. But those are the ones I played a lot. And seeing all the characters that are coming back, dude, I might have to jump in, man.
Nice.
I might have
Do you
to
have to pay for the DLC of those characters, or?
I have no idea. That might be the break, the deal breaker for me. Because I just want to use Killick, man.
Oh yeah.
I just want to use Killick or Geralt, dude, of Rivia, because he's in the game too. If I have to pay extra for those, then never mind, man. Get out of here with that. But yeah, I'm out to pick it up because all the characters, I'm just getting super nostalgia after seeing it, and it's all in much better graphics. They have supers and shit now, man. So we might have to try it, dude. I might have to try it. Let
me know how it goes.
Isn't there? I think they announced a bunch of anime fighting games. Like, what's that company that made Dragon Ball Fighter Z? Arc System Works. They make all the anime fighting games. I think they're making a My Hero Academia fighting game and a Kill La Kill fighting game too.
I might actually have to pick that up.
They're coming out with a bunch of shit, man. So it's a lot of big news coming out of there. It's always exciting watching that. I mean, I'm not really a fan of, you know, fighting games like that, like I am with other stuff. But I think from our experiences at maybe PlayStation Experience, where else have we seen people? And maybe I remember one year at Comic-Con, Street Fighter had like a boxing ring, and they had people fighting each other in Street Fighter in the boxing ring. This might have been when 4 came out, man. But just that energy and being around the competitive fighting scene is kind of wild, man. You know, you get involved really quickly just by sitting in the crowd.
Yeah.
We had our little boom clapping sticks, dude, and this guy did a combo with Birdie, and we were mad cheering for him, man.
Like, yeah.
It's because you've never seen anyone win with Birdie. But I guess that guy, he won that whole tournament during PlayStation Experience, so might be a tier S character now, man.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'll always have mad respect for them, just because ever since that time we played Final Fantasy 14 at E3 in front of all those people, man. It's definitely nerve-wracking playing a video game.
It is, with people watching and people, judging you. Yeah, and I was like, my controls was like flipped upside down, so I was like basically trying to remember all the new tank moves and all that, and I was like, fuck. So I was pressing every single button during that tank fight, and then when you guys told me to dodge, I was like, that's the only thing I know how to do. Move the joystick.
But yeah, what else is coming out of there? Oh, there's that SNK Heroines game that's coming out on the Switch. It's like all the girl characters from King of Fighters, right? I think they announced that Terry's gonna be in it, but it's gonna be a girl version of Terry, dude.
What?
You know, the guy with the red hat and the red
yeah.
There's gonna be a chick version of him in the game.
Why don't they just bring them in?
I don't know, man. It's heroines, bro, not heroes. So I think they're just gonna come out with girl variants of all the characters, man. It might be funny. Oh, dude, you mentioned Final Fantasy. Behemoth is in Monster Hunter World. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, it just released or something like that.
Yeah. And for the past day and a half, I've just been chilling out. You know, I'm about to go traveling here in a little bit for a couple weeks, so I'll be playing video games for a while. So for the past day and a half, I've just been sitting around playing video games. So I played some Dark Souls 2. I've been playing Way of the Samurai. I started Octopath and turned it off right after because I didn't want to invest time into it yet. And I played Monster Hunter World, you know, just to see if I could still do some of the summer stuff. Unfortunately, the summer festival ended already, so I wasn't really able to do anything. But I saw that they started the Behemoth stuff, so I jumped into it, and it's kind of cool. I mean, considering that these are all free updates, I enjoyed it a lot. It starts with Kuluyaku, that guy that usually grabs the egg, but this time he steals an ether crystal. You know, the things we use in Final Fantasy 14 to teleport everywhere.
Yeah.
So he steals one of those, you kill him, and then a Moogle comes around. He's like, oh man, I used this ether stone to get here. We better return it before, I don't know, other monsters from my world come here too. He explains what Eorzea is and all this stuff. And because of that, Behemoth comes through. And it's one of those fights, I think we've done a fight like that before, where it's not the real encounter. You just fight him real quick to see his skills, and then he runs away after you kick his ass long enough. This fight has mechanics, which is amazing, dude. I think they took a lot of stuff. When you start the mission, it says duty commenced, like Final Fantasy 14, and it has all the music and shit. I was like, oh man, this is tight. And when you do your attacks, it says what your attack is. Like that one attack you have with the katana where you jump up in the air and slash down. It's called Helm Skullbreaker or something, right? So when I did it, the numbers flashed and it said Skull Helm Breaker like all the way down Behemoth's arm. I was like, oh shit, it's just like Final Fantasy, dude, where it shows your attacks and shit. I think the number font changes too to Final Fantasy 14 font. So it was fucking great, man. Just getting that nostalgia just from the since you and I spent hours playing 14, dude.
400 hours. Oh wait. No, way more than that for that one.
Dude, I'll have to see. I'll have to log in. Where can you see that? You just have it on your Steam, huh? That's why you could tell.
I think I had like 3 years worth or something, or 2 years worth.
Jesus.
Of playing.
Yeah. No, I know that there was that time where we were just pretty heavy on that game, dude.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's mechanics in this fight against Behemoth. What is it? Circus Tower, or I forgot what tower it is where we fight him at. It's the one before it. Crystal Tower, I think.
Crystal Tower, yeah.
Where we fight him.
Yeah, Crystal Tower.
And you remember that mechanic? Yeah, the mechanic where the comets drop and you have to hide behind the comets when the meteor falls. You have to do that in this fight, dude.
Oh,
it's
wow.
crazy, dude. I know. It's fucking amazing, man. And you have to. And your favorite, and the only reason I remembered this was because you talked about being a tank and stuff. There's enmity when you fight Behemoth, dude.
So really? So whoever's doing the most damage is gonna draw him?
So how you get his attention is you hit his head, and then it has that, that red line between you and Behemoth, like it would in Final Fantasy 14. There's that same line in Monster Hunter World now, because you have to keep him away. You have to keep him away from the rocks, or else he can destroy them, right? And then when the comet comes, or when the meteor comes, you don't have anywhere to hide, and you'll just wipe. So it's kind of fun, man. We might have to do this maybe when I get back or something.
Yeah, Russ said he's down to try it out with us again. I was like, oh shit! So I installed the updates and I was waiting. Seeing if you guys would be down. So I guess when you come back.
Yeah, man. No, I'll be super down. Because the armor, oh my god, dude. The armor is Dragoon armor that you get from him.
Yeah.
And then the insect glaive is a lance from Final Fantasy 14. So it looks fucking amazing, man. And I think it's fun because we're used to doing this fight in an MMO setting, right? Where it's you go through your cycle of attacks, and then you kind of stand in one place and cycle through your attacks more, dodge stuff and all this, right? But we're doing this now in an action RPG setting where we can dodge roll, we have our attacks, but we have to keep moving and actually make contact with him. You know what I mean? Instead of just locking on and pressing buttons and all that shit.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it's a lot more fun. It is pretty tricky hitting his head, at least for me it was. I really had to aim my Skull Helm cracker attack, whatever it is, dude, over his head for him to pay attention to me. But it was great. He can cast meteor, he can cast this attack that makes a tornado or whatever, and you have to flash him because it's more annoying than Kushala when he makes these tornadoes, dude, because you can't do shit in them, man.
Yeah, exactly.
What other attacks does he have? I forgot what other attacks he has, but it actually says on the side, Behemoth is casting meteor. And you're like, oh shit, you have to dodge it and stuff like that. I think he has Ultima. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not called anything, but he has this attack where the ground explodes and shit like that. But it's a fun
final attack where I think if you take too long, he does his ultimate attack and wipes everybody.
I don't think so. He has the meteor there for sure, the big one that drops where you have to hide behind the rocks. But I don't know. I don't remember that one. You know why? Because we always beat him in time, dude. That's why.
I remember one time, all the tanks wipe, and I was like, "Yep, it's my time to shine." And I was tanking him by myself, and all the tanks were dead basically, and then we ended up barely killing him, and then at the last hit, we both went down. Me and Behemoth went down at the same time. I was like, "That's how it should be. That's how it should be."
Those are my favorite, man. When you get the boss to maybe, I don't know, less than 10% health, and the tanks are just dying, and instead of concentrating on mechanics, you just burn the boss, dude.
Burning the boss,
yeah. That is the best, man. I love those parts when just shit hits the fan in raids or boss fights like that. But honestly, it did it did its job and made me want to resubscribe to 14 for real. Because man, there's a lot in there. I might have to get the Rathalos mount now that I'm thinking about it, because there is Rathalos now in 14.
Yeah,
that's the crossover event on that side. But I think where I left off, and kind of my reason for leaving off, was because I don't think you guys were playing anymore.
I was still stuck on the lower mission.
Oh yeah, because we wanted to play through the whole story before we did endgame stuff. So
yeah,
maybe that's why. I mean, those take forever though, to be honest, man. Like, there's a lot of content, story content in that game. The final boss fight is kind of crazy. I remember Russ helped me out one time for like 3 hours before he called it quits, dude. I felt so bad. I felt like I wasted his time, dude. I mean, the final boss fight for Stormblood, the most recent expansion I played, was pretty hard, I remember. But yeah, because I really wasn't able to play with you guys so much. And then another thing was, people started judging how I was playing, and like, I was like, dude, I'm not a tank. It doesn't matter as long as I'm doing damage. But they're like, no, you got to be optimal with your combos. And
I know, you got to save 3 seconds of damage.
I know, dude.
You can't have the enemies look at me. You know, that's your fault. I was like, all right.
I remember I had to enroll in John Raymond's DPS class, dude, and attack some dummies for a little bit. But I mean, and I think that's what's great too, is you can have your set combos that you do, you know what I mean, with your samurai class, with your black mage. You know, you could have your set attacks that you do in certain times. But what's also cool about it is there's room for creativity. You know, you can mix up different abilities together depending on the situation, depending on who you're fighting. And I think that is what I was lacking, and what I learned and how I got better is to not just follow a spreadsheet or flow chart or what I'm supposed to do, but to read the situation and do certain attacks depending on what's going on in the fight, you know?
Yeah, I remember one time, like, I was fighting like a dungeon, and then it was pain too. You have to like read the situation, and then I had to like exactly time every single move. Like, oh god, this is gonna recharge in like 2 seconds. Save it for when he's gonna cast something that's gonna wipe the team. And it's just like, it became stressful for me. And then I think that was the first time I like left the game. I can't handle that stress, you know. Like, I just want to like attack the thing and call it a day, but it's like where I have to like actually count seconds and look at, you know, what's going to be wiped and then retain aggro. I was like, yeah. But coming back the second time, that was pretty fun with playing with you guys. You know, it was for a little bit. We're playing those dungeons. I forgot what that dungeon is though.
Oh,
the one
yeah.
you leveled up fast.
Yeah,
so
just owning it up in there. Yeah, I'd be willing to give it another shot. I mean, maybe that's just me saying that I'm not so cut out for endgame stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe I can't grind as much as I want to anymore. But yeah, it's fun. I'll still remember the best time you and I had on there was when we made ninjas. And that guy was complaining about us. Like, dude, why aren't you guys attacking from behind, man? And you and I are just jumping around with our attacks.
Jumping all over literally, I was attacking in the air behind, so that counts, you know. It's like, you know, shut the fuck up, guy. You know, we're trying to play. You know, like, you're not tanking right.
Yeah. And then I remember he was complaining, and even the healer had our backs. He's like, dude, they're doing damage. It's a low-level dungeon. Just leave them alone. You know?
Yeah.
Like, all right. So we were just playing, and then I remember specifically, maybe after the first or second boss, you said, let's just leave. And we left.
I don't feel bad.
Drop the egos, man. Don't be so entitled in these games. It's just a game, bro.
I know.
Just let people play.
I was like annoying him. I was like, yeah, you're losing aggro, guy. You're supposed to be flashing. Nope, that's the wrong move, guy. He's like, shut up.
That's funny. Yeah, there's no room for ego in these games, man.
I know.
That's too
just
funny.
Playing to have fun, not have a stressful gaming experience.
Exactly. But yeah, man, so that's cool. We need to get on there soon and play that up. When's the last time you played Monster Hunter World?
No, I think the last time we played, we both attack that electric thing. You helped me out with that electric thing.
Electric thing. Kieran?
Holy shit! I forgot
the horse.
What they look like. No. I think it's a tiger. I don't remember. Oh my god!
Wait, are you thinking about Pokemon or Monster Hunter World?
No. Yeah, see, that's why I'm like thinking about Pokemon right now. But it was something electric that recently came out, and he was like the brother of the other thing.
Oh no, Lunastra.
Yeah, that was the last thing we did.
Yeah, no, it's not like he's still flames. He's still fire. Just blue flames.
Blue thing.
Yeah, but dude, because I played over and I wanted to get my control, the feel and flow of the game back before I fought Behemoth for the first time. And I fought, I think, Oda and Lunastra. Tempered versions. Just beat the shit out of them, dude. Easy peasy.
You got it down.
I know, man.
Down. It's like riding a bicycle.
That's exactly what I was going to say, man.
In the freeway.
The opposite direction.
Oh, shit.
Well, no, I was getting my dodges out, you know what I mean? And honestly, I think it's because now I know that not only is the game, we read what the monster does. If he does a certain growl or moves his body a certain direction, what attack he's going to do, right? He has these tells. But at the same time, we have tells too. Whenever we sharpen a weapon, the monster is automatically going to aggro to us. You know what I mean? Because we're busy doing a different thing. If we're healing, they're going to aggro to us too. So knowing that it's not just random, but specifically the game does go after you in these moments that you're vulnerable. Helped me play the game a lot better, I think. Just found my opportunities to do support stuff, not just attack at the same time. So, it's good times. Should jump back in. Good for Monster Hunter, man, for keeping up with everything. It's awesome. Keeping it fresh. So, yeah, man, speaking of Pokemon, how have the hunts been recently?
Not bad, actually. I think the Raikou event is out, so everybody has a chance to get that stuff. But what I'm more happy is that you're kind of getting into it. You're like taking little baby steps in the pool. Like swimming around, tasting the water,
tasting the water.
But that I think it was that one night too that we went out with. I forgot. It was Eric, you. Is there a third person? No, it's just us three.
Yeah, just us three, yeah.
But basically, we strolled through downtown and we managed to catch a Blissey, and I was like, God damn, you're lucky as heck, because I rarely ever see that thing. And we were catching some good Pokemons and all that, and then I had my I had my raid for a second raid for Mewtwo.
Oh, that's right.
I had it at the Chick-fil-A next to the In-N-Out, basically, or the Starbucks at the next to the In-N-Out. Yeah, so it's funny because I was like chilling in my parking lot, and then you see like everybody else pulling up in cars, and everyone was on their phones. So I was like, "Yep, you're all playing Pokemon." But basically, I didn't realize it, but I had the music accidentally turned on, and then it was counting down the seconds. It was like down to a minute, and then it was playing that music. I forgot, it was like either Victory Road or something. And I didn't realize it. It was like dun 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 dun.
Are you getting
and
hyped?
Then like
you're hyping up, man?
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool, And then when it got down to the 10 seconds, it was going faster. The tempo picked up, like dun 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 dun. Like it was like playing all. I was like, geez, that is a great song. Why did I disable the music? But basically, I was trying to see if we can trade Mewtwo's. And I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like we're able to.
What?
So, please earn Stardust and become my best friend, and I'll give you that Mewtwo free 99, and then that way we finish the set, basically. Because I was like thinking too, like, how we started in Pokemon when we were little. We caught all the 151 Pokemon, and we ended up battling each other. And then to think that like 25 years later or something like that, we're here again. You might as well finish catching all of it, and then if they ever release battle, you can just finish off and I can win and stuff like that. But yeah, it's awesome, because I think a lot of us already caught multiple Mewtwo's. Only have 2, but some people have 3.
Damn.
And I was like, damn, I guess I can trade it.
So these raids, they're at a specific time. Like, what time was your second Mewtwo raid?
It was at 5 o'clock.
Dang. So what if I'm working and I can't make it there on time, dude? Just have someone else sign in.
Gambate, yep.
Holy shit, RIP, man. That's kind of rough.
So that's the thing too. I think I was reading like you can also, you know, contact the support to have it rescheduled or something like that. I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. But you know, but like people like me who have a lot of free time, you know, like any time is a great time. So
yeah,
already gonna have my third Mewtwo event next Friday with Scott.
Nice.
So.
How do they give these out? It's random? It's from you guys attacking
random.
gyms and stuff? Or?
Yeah, it's raiding gyms, I think. And then the more points you have, and then they have some like point system, like you know, how many gyms have you been attacking before, and then increases the chances of you actually getting a pass and stuff like that. So you know, I've been fortunate enough to get these passes, and I was like reading online like how people are like willing to pay $100
for a pass.
Yeah, for stuff like that, you know, because like
Holy shit.
They don't have that. I don't know. They're not lucky, and people are just that crazy. So
that's kind of
I'm gonna have 3 Mewtwo's. I'll give you one. So just keep sending me gifts.
Will do. I'm leaving for Australia tomorrow night, man.
Woo-woo. Are you excited for the 20-hour flight?
Hell no, dude. I think that's the part I'm dreading the most. But again, once I land, I'm gonna be all good in the hood, man. It's gonna be a good time out there for sure. I think it's actually gonna be cold over there because it's their winter time.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be in the 60s and stuff, which is gonna be fucking perfect, amazing.
Also, you're going over to the cold, cloudy day, huh?
I don't know if it's gonna be cold and cloudy. It might be sunny, but like the wind will be cold or something. I don't know. It's kind of raw. You kind of forget what other seasons feel like being in the heat for so long.
Like baking. I'm like, when is this gonna be over?
Because
I was like, oh, it's in November.
I lay down in my bed and you know I just move the covers over. Don't even use it, and I'm just thinking, sitting there. Remember those nights where I actually used the covers, you know what I mean, and add an extra blanket on top because it's so cold.
So cold.
Yeah. Right. Dude, humans are so fickle, man. Like we get hot, we get cold. It's just never perfect. Well, I guess for you, there's a new perfect day. But yeah, so the big thing with me, what I was worried about, you know, I had the hopes and dreams of a lot of you guys of catching a Kangaskhan and trading it out, you know, so we can be internationally known in the Pokemon world. And so I started doing research into hotspots, mobile hotspots and things like that I could use in Australia. And they're kind of expensive, man.
I've noticed when I was like looking at it, I was like $100 or something.
Yeah, or it's maybe $10 or $15 a day, you know, and you only get 5 gigs or 10 gigs or something like that. It's kind of crazy. I mean, just because of those prices, I was not willing to do it. I was about to really charge everyone for a Kangaskhan just to offset the costs and shit like that.
Yep. You should, you know, like, because you're doing work, you're actually using your vacation time to go out. Yeah.
I know, dude.
But mine should be voided because I'm giving you Mewtwo.
Of course. That's an exception for Rick. You know, I even bought an external battery and stuff so I could keep my phone charged because my battery is trash. I got the bright idea, you know, this morning, just wrapping everything up. I haven't packed yet. My flight leaves in a little bit over
tomorrow.
24 hours. Yeah. So I need to pack. But, you know, I was getting a haircut, paying some bills, getting some cash out to trade in. And, you know, I don't have a mobile hotspot yet. You know, I was going to probably see if I could just buy one over there. You know what I mean? And I drove by the T-Mobile store. I thought, what if they just have something over there? You know, they could just add it to our plan for like a month or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I show up. There's nobody there because, of course, it's like Sunday morning. And I tell them I'm going to Australia and what would I need to, you know, use that over there. And they said, oh, we have a plan. You could just pay $20 and then cancel it when you get back. It's like, what? And they go, yeah, it's unlimited data and text. You just get charged 25 cents a minute on your phone calls. But if you're using your data for phone calls, for example, using Google Voice or something, you're good to go. I said, shut the fuck up. And they go, no, really. And I said, sign me up. You know what I mean? So we went to the computer. They signed me up. It's just going to be for my number. I think it's $20 per line or something, but they just charged it. They just put it on my number. And then that was it, dude. I didn't pay them. They said it's just going to be on my next bill. They said, come back when you return and just cancel it and we'll be good to go. Have fun on your trip. I was like, God damn it, dude. If T-Mobile isn't the greatest mobile phone company ever, I don't know who the fuck is,
You're like walking out with a pink shirt.
Dude, I said, no shit. Huh? It's crazy, dude. T-Mobile's the best, man. The only thing is, their phone deals kind of suck. They were like, just because you're here, I gotta tell you, it's buy one get one free on the iPhone 8Xs. You just gotta transfer someone's number over to us and you get a phone for free. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not gonna bribe one of my friends to jump to T-Mobile just to get a free phone. Shout outs, if you need a new iPhone, call your boy. I will get you a new one. T-Mobile's great, speaking from experience. But the fact that it was so simple, you know what I mean, that they have coverage in Australia like that. I mean, I'm basically gonna have our same data plan. It's just gonna be $20 more because I'm gonna be overseas. It's kind of wild, man. Fucking technology.
Is that $20 for the month?
Yeah, exactly.
God damn.
So it's super worth it, considering that renting a mobile hotspot, which is what I would have done, would have cost maybe $20 a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's super worth it to me. It was a no-brainer. And shout outs to the T-Mobile over there by Super China Cafe, man. Or Buffet, is that what it's called? One by Peter Piper Pizza. Shout outs to them, dude, hooking it up. So we'll see. The only thing I'm nervous about, man, is because there's 3 generations of Pokemon out right now, right?
Uh-huh.
How common are the Kangaskhan going to be? I'd imagine 2 years ago, when there were only 150 Pokemon around, your chances of finding a Kangaskhan over there was going to be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. I hardly run into Pidgeys anymore out here, man.
Yeah. I don't really know. Like, I was reading a comment, but that was like last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like saying, oh yeah, their Kangaskhan's are like literally everywhere in Australia. And I was like, okay, good. But that was like last year before. No, wait, the third gen was already out by then. So I think you might be good,
Okay.
If you see like patches of grass on the map, I guess you can kind of go to it, but don't go to it because you might face like a crocodile.
Bruh, yeah. I'm
spiders.
not going off on any beaten paths in Australia, dude. Who knows what the fuck is hiding out there, man?
Yeah, because I was speaking to my Australian friend and she was like saying, yeah, sometimes you would like take a stroll like down a sidewalk and then you're just covered in webs. I was like, especially the wind is blowing now, you might get like flying spiders.
Fuck no, dude. Yep. This is the ultimate enemy is a spider with wings, dude. Fuck that, bro. That'd be fucking horrible, man.
Yep.
It's like a T-Rex with those claw arms. Unstoppable, bro. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be good times. I'm excited to go out there. And considering the last time I traveled, I went to Africa, and that was kind of crazy. At least they speak English over in Australia, so it'll be a little bit easier to get around.
That's right.
That, and I'll have my phone. I'm not used to traveling with a phone, man. It's kind of crazy. It kind of makes me think, what the hell was I doing before I had a smartphone? Traveling.
You're looking up at the stars to find your way.
When I was living in England, when I studied abroad, I had to get a phone card to call the house, dude. Can you believe that shit? Yeah. But now instead, I could just use Skype. I probably could have used Skype back then too, but I just didn't have it on my laptop or something like that.
Yeah.
Because when was that? That was like 2010. But yeah, man, it's kind of gnarly thinking about how easy, how convenient it is just to have a smartphone to anything. You could run the world from that shit, man.
Internet is life.
It's kind of scary, man. I don't want to be so dependent on it, dude.
Gotta open up the Australian Yelp. I don't know if they even have an Australian Yelp, but yeah.
What's it called? It's called something else. Oh man, it has a weird name too. In England, it was it was. I remember it was Purple or something like that, but that was their version of Yelp.
Yeah.
And it was super not reliable from what I remember. Because that's the thing about England is England's been around as a civilization for billions of years, it seems like, right? So there's like rooms and shit built into buildings that are older than America, you know? So there could be hidden restaurants, hidden bars that nobody knows about out there. And I think that's why it sucked. Because there was a lot of those hidden in nooks and crannies of buildings and stuff, and it was just hard to find. So I think that's why Yelp works out so great here in America, man. Because it's so new. We have the chance to just build it anyways, you know?
Exactly.
But yeah, man. Anything else? You've been playing any Octopath?
Just for a little bit. Didn't I talk? I don't remember.
You talked about it last week a little bit. But you just using magic still, or what?
Yeah, just playing around with magic and how OP it is. But other than that, I learned that like I think it's Dustin and Danny. They're already like really far advanced in the game, and I was like,
oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm lagging behind. You know, I should be finishing this game, but you know, Pokemon Go's life.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, like Anthony was already talking about the gotchas or something like that his friend has, and they basically capture Pokemon for you automatically.
Oh, that's right.
It's kind of like a third party of the Go Plus of the proprietary stuff. But it's like coincidence because like when he was talking about that, then I think Scott and Crystal were talking about getting that too, and I think Danny was like on the way of getting a gotcha thing too, and I was like, golly, you know, like I guess it's spreading around that gotcha is amazing. But I learned that the Pokeball that I pre-ordered, the controller actually does the same stuff as like the Go Plus, so basically you can have just a controller. So Pokeball controller. I
don't remember how accurate or how good are those, because isn't it vibrates to let you know that you encountered a Pokemon, and you press the button, right, and it throws a Pokeball, and that's it. You know, it's hit or miss, and then that's it, right? I think it keeps throwing it until you capture it. Okay.
But other than that, you have to manually press it if you see it, and it like flashes a different color, like if it's a new Pokemon or something you already caught. Now, I don't know too much on that stuff, but you know, it makes it a lot easier to, instead of pulling out your phone every like 2 stops because it's vibrating. You know, those Go Plus, the gotchas, and all that like helps you save time. Because my phone is old as shit. I shouldn't have upgraded. And now like takes like literally 15 seconds to open the Pokemon Go app. I'm like, oh my god. And I saw your phone too. It was like super fast. And I was like, what are you on? Like, what is your battery? And you're like, oh yeah, I never updated to the next version. I was like, oh, damn it.
You see my swipe up menu with the volume and the brightness is just 2008 style, man. It's completely different, dude.
It's still fast as shit. I was like, golly. Man.
Yeah, so dude, there you go then. Pokemon Go aimbot, basically, man. That's kind of cool, I guess. Then you just have to keep track of your items, then, right? What you use for your Pokeballs and things like that. So
I think it uses Pokeballs first, or something like that, and then goes up to the higher versions. But then, like, if it flashes, you know, like the color of you haven't caught it yet, I would rather just pull out my phone and
that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Oh, you reminded me because you brought up Dustin. Him and I played Call of Duty this week. I think on Monday. Dude. We played Black Ops 3. Dude, Call of Duty kind of sucks, man. Well, it's always kind of sucked. the peak for me was Modern Warfare 2. You know what I mean? Just the story was great. It came off of COD 4. COD 4 was amazing. Just improved on everything that COD 4 did, you know? So that was a peak for me. So when Call of Duty 3 came out and that was just trash, I really took a backseat from buying any more Call of Duties. But Black Ops 3, man, where do I even begin? It takes place in the future, right? Where people can be
Star
like
Wars.
become androids and shit, you know what I mean?
Boom,
and get,
Star Wars.
Yeah, they get brain implants and robotic arms and shit like that, and they can program their brain to see things. They can go into overdrive mode so their bodies move faster and all this stuff. It doesn't start out that way though. You start out as a regular human being. You're on this mission and you run into robot soldiers, and this might be the most raw part of the game, but the robot soldiers like rip your arms off and just beat the shit out of you.
With your arms?
Well, not with your arms, with their own arms. And it's all first person, so it feels kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Or just seems kind of crazy. Seems too real. And then the guy, the actor from Law and Order SVU that plays Elliot Stabler comes through and saves your life, dude. And Dustin was like, man, I've played this game. He found out, you know, because the only reason I wanted to play this was because it was free on PlayStation Plus. We could all play together to be a good time. When we loaded it up, Dustin was like, oh, you know what? I actually bought this game when it first came out. I was like, are you serious, man? You were the biggest complainer about not wanting to play this. Turns out he's like level 30 already in PvP, and he's like level 20 in single player, man. I was like, are you for real? He's like, yeah, but I don't remember any of the story, you know. Then as soon as he saw Elliot Stabler, I forget even what his name in the game is, he's like, oh dude, I remember this game, I played it with Danny, and we kept singing the Law and Order SVU theme song, and it was just stuck in my head for the rest of the time we were fucking playing, man. One thing I really don't like about this, right? I mean, Call of Duty campaign is a Call of Duty campaign. One thing I really don't like about it is because it's the future, everyone's guns are assigned to their DNA, kind of like Judge Dredd type shit, you know, where if one person gets one gun, if someone picks up that gun that's not that person, they can't shoot it, you know. There's like that DNA recognition or something like that. When you become like half android, half human, you know, you get your robotic arms and shit, you can get a buff or a perk that bypasses that, and you just use any gun you want out there. And that's the thing I don't like is, you know how you have loadouts for PvP? You get to pick guns and perks. There's loadouts for a campaign now. You get to pick guns and perks that you only, because you can't pick up guns, you know, from anybody else in the level, right? Since everybody uses their own gun. So you have to pick your weapons you want to use, pick your perks, and just go out into whatever level is next. I don't really dig that. I like being able to pick up guns for certain situations in the game. You know, you're fighting in the street and a helicopter starts attacking you, so you know you have to pick up one of the rocket launchers to try and take it down. There's the infamous sniping level in COD 4. I mean, I think there's really no opportunity for any memorable moments like that to happen yet in Black Ops 3. I mean, I think we only played up to like the 4th level or something, but so far it's kind of been a slog. I'm willing to go through it though, just because we've been shooting shit and it gets pretty funny. We can control drones and send those out and shoot stuff too. The wall running is kind of entertaining. The double jumps are okay too. I really haven't gotten a grasp on the story yet. I think it's like the Matrix kind of.
Fighting robots? Yeah,
fighting robots. And, you know, we go through this whole training program in our head. You know what I mean? So it's exactly like the Matrix where Neo closes his eyes, he opens them, he's like, I know Kung Fu. You're like, no shit, we know too. So that's kind of what it seems like for us as well in the game so far. But it's just funny too, there's a guy that's in your squad in that first mission, and he gets out of the mission fine. There's not a scratch on him. Meanwhile, we get our arms ripped off and just our guts beat the shit out of, by a robot. So we go through this procedure to get robotic arms and stuff like that. This guy's completely fine, yet he goes through the same process that you go through. Like, he willingly gets his arm cut off so he can have a robotic one. And the whole time, Dustin and I were thinking, what the fuck? Why is he doing this, dude?
Was he awake? Like, screaming? Like, ah!
Well, no. They put him to sleep. It's like a medical operation, you know what I mean? But he willingly cut off his own arms and shit just to get robot arms and stuff. I don't know. Maybe he wants to be exactly like you. Who knows? But it's kind of seemed pointless. Like, why would you do that to yourself, man?
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then, of course, before we called it a night on playing the game, Dustin wanted to play a PvP match, which...
You dominated?
No, dude, I was fucking trash, man. It was my first multiplayer. I think we just played deathmatch. It's my first deathmatch game in a while. Like, it's been a while since I've even played Destiny. You know what I mean? So I was getting my ass kicked. We got matched up with people with golden platinum guns with diamonds all over that shit. Dude. I had a SMG that I thought would tear people up, and they were killing me with a pistol. It was horrible, man. I was getting my ass kicked.
Delete.
But as quickly as I was getting my ass kicked, and Dustin was making fun of me, he's like, well, "You're last on the leaderboards, but you're last," and we almost won. It was actually 99-99, right? And I was about to say, "Oh man, we can't die," when the game ends and we lose. And who's the last kill? Oh, Dustin? That's right, your boy Dustin Ninja, man. And he's like, "No, that's not me. That's not me." And it shows, of course, the last kill of the game, and it's totally him, dude. I was laughing so hard, man. I mean, I did finish last. I think I was like 9-17 or something. So I'm completely trash at this game. But Dustin dying in the end just
made your day.
Yeah, it made my day. And then he said, "Oh man, are you gonna be addicted? You want to play multiplayer again?" I was like, "Fuck no, dude. That's all I need to play of that, man."
What you're saying is I should delete the game now.
No, man, you have to play through the story with us, man. We gotta at least finish the story. It's kind of funny, man, because when you die, you're like sliding on your ass, dude. And Justin and I are playing on hardened difficulty, so it's not the hardest, but it's second to last, and we're just super careless, so we keep getting shot down a lot. We just crawl towards each other and shit, dude. Just have no teamwork, not covering each other at all, dude. Just running off doing our own thing. But no, it's good times, man. I think just us playing together, like with any game, is good times, man. So we should jump on that just to kill time one of these days, dude. It's good stuff, and it was free, so you can never complain about that. But yeah, man, kind of in a slump for video games. These updates are holding us through, and free games are holding us through. Next month, though, Spider-Man, dude. I'm excited for a new September, dude. Yeah, man. I'm excited for a new open world game to actually dig my teeth into,
Exactly.
I mean, I have God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. Just haven't had time to install those and play those yet, dude. But I think I'm gonna hit the ground like running when I get back from vacation, man, because it's gonna lead up right into PAX, bro.
I know. I'm excited for PAX. I wonder what the weather's gonna be right now.
Oh, it's Seattle, man, so it's always gonna be a cold, cloudy day, isn't it?
Awesome. Thank you for letting me know.
But yeah, I think Russ was sending us pictures. He got our passes and everything in there. So yeah, it's exciting, man. I can't wait. I got my flight already. I think I told you. Got not first class, but business class flight over to Seattle, man. I'm just gonna enjoy every second of that 3-hour flight.
All the leg room.
I know, dude. Big ass seat with cushions. I think I picked an aisle seat too, so I'm just gonna be laid back, dude. Just don't care. It's gonna be good times. But yeah, I can't wait for that. That's at the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
The last weekend of August, so that should be good times. Haven't been to Seattle in a while, so that'll be good. We can get hyped up on coffee and stuff, dude.
Run marathons.
Yep, run marathons around whatever convention center they have it in. But yeah, man, you got anything else, dude?
That is it. At least that's what I can think of. It's hot. That's how I was like, oh god. I'm like, I have 3 fans on me and I'm like sweating. I'm like, oh man, how do people like this weather? I don't understand.
I know. I'm about to take a shower right now, dude. I'm just gonna stand under the cold water, you know, just so it'd be great.
Yeah, cold, cloudy shower.
But yeah. So this will be the last, you know, live podcast you hear from us in a while, at least for a week. It's the first time I think where we're skipping a week, dude.
Oh,
it's kind of crazy. You think about it, a year and a half. This is the first time we skipped a week, but we'll have something coming out next week, just in case you miss our voices or something like that. But yeah, I'll have Kangaskhan's for everybody. So hit me up.
Whoop.
But until our next episode, Rick, some words of wisdom?
If you want Mewtwo, just battle a bunch of raids where everybody's at, or just go to the Starbucks right off the In-N-Out 5 freeway.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week.